competitors doing battle live here on TBS with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the call.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King. We are here talking about which pro wrestler show won this time. We are here live from YouTube and Facebook and X. You guys get those likes up while we come into the ring to discuss the weekly show of AEW NXT versus AEW Dynamite. I'm going to compare, if you guys that's not familiar with the show, what I do every Thursday, I compare the ratings of NXT that comes on Tuesday nights and also the show of AEW Dynamite that premieres on Wednesday, which was last night. So we go over the viewership, the demographics, we go over key components of each show, and I decide who was the real winner of each week. And also we'll talk about upcoming events for both programs. Now, we're going to talk about that in a second, get really into that, and see what the whole deal is behind that. But before we begin, let's first see who came into the ring. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. DJ, salute to you. Mr. Approach, what's going on, man? Appreciate your support. Like I said, you guys get the likes up. Like I said, not just here, but I will, of course, cover the shows. And we're going to see what's the big deal is. Now, these are the main parts of the show. The main highlight of AEW and NXT. But let's go over the ratings first. Let's go over NXT first. So let's go over NXT. NXT, now they had the Great American Bash. Now, the Great American Bash, we know, was a very solid event. Now, that was Tuesday. It was week 2 of the whole. They had a week 1 and a week 2. And since they had a week 1, week 2, this was week 2. This was on Syfy. Now, we know Syfy, that's normally, not the network that NXT and Raw comes on. It's normally USA Network. But we know we currently just used it. We had the Olympics. So we have to keep that in mind as well. Since we had that, Reigns had to dwindle a little bit. I mentioned that last week and the week before. I mentioned that twice. We did have that. But, however, that was week 1. And now we got week 2. So now we're going to see what are the ratings for this week. All right, we got this show here. NXT this week, as stated right here. We had NXT here, but we're going to mention it from the beginning. I'll let you guys see it. They had 534,000 viewers. It was 14% increase from the previous week of 468,000, which was last week. And it had a 0.16 demographic, and it was 0.5 for the week before. So that's good. They rebounded from the Olympics. Y'all give me yeet for that one.
Yeet.
So the ratings increased, demographic went up. But there's some more stats to that as well. It says right here that NXT was placed in 6 overall for cable shows that aired on August 6th. And the only things that was ahead of NXT was the Olympics that's still going on, and Fox and the news and all that stuff. So a lot of people was watching NXT this week. A lot of people was watching NXT. So that's very impressive. Like I said, I know that week 1 did not do so well. And I mentioned that last week. We knew that things would take a hit due to the Olympics. We knew that would be the whole case going on, but they definitely rebounded. So they compare numbers from last year. The 1849 number for August 6th. It said without the pre-emptation, NXT will show significant improvement to the demographic compared to last year. So that's a good plus for them as well. We definitely have that. So that's a very, very good thing. I'm glad that NXT will rebound it as I thought they would. It's not a big surprise to me, but still glad to hear it. So I'm glad that's the case here. And it definitely is going to show that their ratings are going to only increase the following week. But that is NXT, and we'll go over, no matter of fact, not just that, we'll go over key point for NXT. Nothing happened to show for Great American Bash. The number one thing that happened last week was Wesley's heel turn. He turned on, I mentioned this on the show a couple days ago, yesterday. He turned on his tag team partners, MSN, and he did them dirty. If you guys remember that, he did them boys dirty after losing the tag team matchup, compete for the NXT tag teams against Axiom and Nathan Frazier. So it seemed like, they was helping him up after losing. But afterwards, he had that look on his face like he was upset, like he was ready to do something. Next thing we know, he gave him that work. Lily got that work. And now it's come down to is he had to do what he had to do. And that's exactly what he did.
That's your brother! What are you doing?
So yeah, this was, I guess, MSK. We know they are from TNA. We know the history there, or the Rascals, their old name. So he is going to be a heel now. I'm trying to see if Wesley is going to be NXT North American champion again, but this time in a heel character. I don't know if that's going to go down like that. I'm not sure. But we'll see what the next move will be for Wesley. But they're really trying to focus on him now and seeing what else he's going to do. But I know right now he's the heel in this whole situation. And I'm trying to see how NXT is going to build him. Because he's literally done what he had to do. He's done everything as a babyface. He's done the whole singles run. NXT North American champion. He's been a tag team champion. So now I think this is the first time he's been a heel since being on NXT. Because he's been on NXT, I think, for about 3 years now. Let's keep that in mind. He's been around for a while. But we're going to see. I'm very intrigued to see what the next move is going to be for Wesley. I really hope that he is built right. I know he's not the biggest guy and the tallest dude. We could definitely make some noise in the heel character. I'm very, very intrigued to see what's going to happen and who his opponents could be. Could he feud for the NXT championship? Could he feud against, I don't know, the likes of Brooks Jensen? Could he feud alongside against Pete Dunne? Pete Dunne's a heel, and he's really the main roster. Could it be guys like such, maybe Cedric Alexander? Maybe guys like that, maybe Ashanti. But my problem with the Wesley heel turn, I'm glad he's a heel, but we got a lot of heels. We got Lexus King. We got, like I said, plenty of other guys, Ethan Page, Sean Spears. We got plenty of heels. So I'm trying to see what they're going to do next with Wesley. We don't have enough baby faces or anything. At least that's how I see it, at least. Could this be beneficial? That's my whole concern with this whole thing. Could it be something now, a return on your investment, pretty much? Will it work? And I think with the right booking and the right opponents, I think it might work. It might work for him, but if it does not work, it doesn't go accordingly, it's going to be ugly. and it's not going to be good at all. And we gonna blame creative for it, and they gonna definitely be on the list for that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? You just made the list.
So I really hope they do something good with this heel turn of Wes Lee. That was well executed on NXT Tuesday. I'm really expecting to see what the next move is going to be for him, and how can they really, of course, rebound from that. That's really going to be a big factor. I don't want to see this botched. I really don't want to see this botched at all. And I gotta feel if WWE does not do right, it will be botched. Let's see what you guys think so far about it. Kathy Gilbert said WWE's the best. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that one. Definitely absolutely right. But this was the main point of AEW. I'm sorry, NXT Great American Bash. That was the whole key of that. Now we had some other points too. That was the main one. I know we had the whole Joe Hendry thing. I know they mentioned him as well. He had a good match there. You know, they pushed him as well. Also talked about Joe Hendry, what the next move going to be for Joe Hendry. But I would love to see what's going to. It's like he's going to make more appearances in NXT, despite being in TNA. So this will be very, very interesting to see. I want to see what they do next with him, though. I think if they do something good with him, it will work out fine because he's so popular right now. It's definitely over. But we'll see what the next move is going to be. And like I said, Great American Bash had a great card. Great card, great everything. But very good moments in NXT. You know, they now we do know too that there's some upcoming events for NXT. They got a lot of stuff coming up. You guys didn't notice a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm very happy to see what they're doing. I love the direction for it. But we definitely going to keep enjoying NXT as it goes along. I would like to see more people from TNA come along besides Joe Hendry. I would love to see what the next move is going to be as far as, you know, moving right people over, and of course more people from NXT going to TNA. That I would love to see. But only time will tell what the next thing's going to do. I really hope they don't fumble this. I really hope they don't. But other than that, those were the big moments for NXT episode. This is for the Great American Bash. Very good moments in the show. So I can't stress that enough. It was even better than week one. Week one was solid. I think this week was better because we was not expecting a lot of stuff that happened on this episode. The Joe Hendry thing, that was expected. Other stuff was expected. But we did not expect by any means to see a heel turn like this. We was expecting the Wes Lee heel turn. So that was not expected. But other than that, it was solid. Now we know a couple of things are going to be coming up for NXT. They have a lot of stuff lined up, guys. So a lot of upcoming events for NXT. Now this has been announced, I think last week, but they announced something a couple of days ago. Now upcoming events is NXT. I talked about this already. NXT will be October 8th. It's to help kick off the whole CW merger, and October 1st. So this was definitely one. Also, they have another event coming up. Another event they have coming up besides to celebrate the whole, NXT being on CW, we do have NXT No Mercy and Halloween Havoc. We do have that as well. Joey Giyuta, it mixed up. Salute to you. What do you mean by that mix it up? What are you talking about? But these are the upcoming events. NXT No Mercy will be in October. September. Correction, September. Halloween Havoc will be October. And of course, we got NXT that's going to be moved to CW. So this will be a lot of upcoming stuff for NXT. Now that's NXT I covered. Let's move on to the next one. We got here AEW. We're going to talk about AEW ratings. Now their ratings was 622,000 views, up from the 609,000 demographic. It was actually up 0.19 in demographic from 0.1.8, but it was down for demographic the past 2 weeks. So that's the terrible thing about that. These are ratings reports. You know, the main highlights of the show, you had MJF versus Kyle Fletcher. You had Jarrett versus Danielson. And of course, similar to NXT, they went up against the Olympics. We are aware of that. Let's get the likes as we come in. Anyway, we got that going on. But these are the ratings here. They say that it is the third lowest viewership of the year, Dynamite. This is not a good number. We got All In coming up. We got all the stuff coming up, and it's just, man, this makes the list. You got the biggest show of the year coming up. It makes the list, no doubt about it.
What's going to happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So that was a bad rating. Despite being on, you got All In coming up. All In is your big show, your big ticket. Why was it down? I'm not sure. But let's go over more of the numbers. It says the demographics there. In 2 weeks, the demographic dropped. It dropped. It went from 0.09 to 0.1.8 in the past 2 weeks. So that's crazy. Lowest Dynamite of the year. You saw it here yourself. I don't like that at all. What are they doing over there? That's my question. What are they doing over there? Lowest viewed. We'll read that again. Third lowest viewership of the year for Dynamite. Because they had 786. Man. Third lowest of the year. That shouldn't be your third lowest. Should be your third highest. Should be your third highest of the year. CeeLo Meyer, salute. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Welcome. But yeah, AEW had the third lowest viewership of the year. Not the lowest, but the third lowest, which is still not good. I don't know why it's the third lowest. Should be up there. I don't understand that at all. I really don't get that. But to each his own. Let's go over moments of the show. Let's see what happened. Now we had here Britt Baker had a segment with Mercedes Moné. She said her suspension is lifted because, like I said this on my Locker Room channel, they have to bring her back for All In. They had to bring her back. So they had a little segment, whatever, says she'll be there. And, she's going to compete for the TBS championship. That was that's no problem between those two. But we'll see what else happened on AEW Dynamite. Let's go over some moments here. And of course, this was the match card. You had the opening was MJF versus Kyle Fletcher. You had Mariah May versus whatever her name is, Bryan Danielson main event versus Jeff Jarrett, anything goes. And I don't know who these people are. Brian Key versus Shibita. I don't know who these people are. Do anybody know who these people are? Some of these people I don't even recognize, and they suck. They really stink. I don't get it. Some of these people shouldn't even be on TV. When I watch AEW, some of the stuff shouldn't be televised, but it is. For whatever reason, it's on there, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's just a waste. It's just a pure waste of time. Pure waste. There's no way around it. I don't get with this show sometimes. Like, what are you guys doing over there? What's the purpose of this show? But the match they was promoting the most out of anything, they promoted this all throughout the night. This match was, of course, Bryan versus Jeff Jarrett. Now MJF had his match against Kyle Fletcher. That was one of the key moments of the match. I guess, keyword, I guess. That's how they want to do it. So that was the match. MJF defeated Kyle Fletcher by low blowing him. I don't think it was for the American Championship, but he did defeat him, and just a cheap way for him to win, I guess. And it was the AEW American Championship eliminator match. Eliminator match. Excuse me, eliminator match. I'm not gonna lie, I said he got a nice title. He got a nice title. I'll give that to MJF, but I'm not gonna give him nothing else. That's literally all he's getting from me. But he had that going on with him, and I know when it came down to it, I think Kyle Fletcher is a part of the Don Callis family. He came down to the ring. He was trying to get Kyle Fletcher with screwdriver. He threw it. Guess he's showing a face turn. And Bryan Danielson, he kicked him. I mean, he low blowed him, then hit that move, and that was it. 1, 2, 3, still American champion. So that was 1 point from the show. Let's see what else happened. I showed the Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné. Then we also had here the main event, Bryan Danielson versus Jeff Jarrett. They had a couple good spots in the match. I'm just curious, why do you have a almost 57-year-old man, Jeff Jarrett, who literally wrestled when I was a little kid? Why you got him in the main event wrestling Bryan Danielson, who's about to be out on the door? I don't get that situation. Well, that's how they want to roll. That's how they want to roll. Not too big on that. You got a 57-year-old man in there. Anyway, they had a good spots in the match. Bryan Danielson did some good drop kicks. They fought outside the ring. Jarrett and Bryan both did suplex on top of garbage can. And Bryan Danielson, he got the win. That was the best match of the night. So he had that going on. And, of course, Ricky Steamboat was the special guest, not a referee. He was on announce team. You know that man's too old to be a special guest referee. He raised both hands. Bryan Danielson won. Swerve came out, cut a promo. He's saying, I see you had a good warm-up against Jeff Jarrett for their match at All In, which coming up, like I said. He said next week he will have a match against, Wheeler Yuta, who is a stablemate of the BCC Blackpool Combat Club. So they had a little spot there in the match. You think they a little bit.
Competitors doing battle live here on TBS with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the call.
So that was one part in the match, the main event of the match. So let's see what else happened here with AEW. Now they have their upcoming events as well. We know AEW has an upcoming event, and it's so obvious. I just mentioned a couple minutes ago, but it would be mentioned once again. And the upcoming event they do have, we already know what it is. It is All In. It's literally 13 days away. It will be at Wembley Stadium, August 25th. You guys like AEW, watch it. I may watch it, may not, but I also know too that the reason that when it come down to the ratings, when it come down to NXT versus AEW, I will say the range was only high for AEW because All In is in 13 days. I think the reason they've been beating, I think this is what almost a month that AEW's beating NXT in the ratings war is because you got the biggest event of the year coming up. It's equivalent to WrestleMania coming up for WWE. I believe after, and then you just had your third lowest viewership of Dynamite. I believe after this is over, day rates are going to swindle and dwindle all over the place. Maybe up one week, it's going to be it's going to dwindle next week. And remember, they have All Out too. They do have All Out. That's in September. Now they do have another event, and I believe that's September, the first or second week of September. It's going to be out here in Illinois, if anybody cares. But the thing about it is, I think after All In and All Out is over, I believe when all that is all said and done, the rates will continue to drop. They're not going to be high like that. They're only high because you have the biggest event of the year coming up. And I'm not being a hater, I'm being honest. That's the only reason why they have been beating out NXT. Meanwhile, NXT was a great show this week. They continue to improve. Like I said before, NXT's making big moves. Starting October 1st, NXT will go to CW. And then, of course, they'll be in Chicago October 1st. And then October 8th will be in St. Louis. Randy Orton will be on the October 8th episode in his hometown, Missouri. October 1st in Chicago, CM Punk will be on NXT in his hometown. So they're doing big things. But other than that, though, I think the very good show this week, I think it was, if I had to guess who had the biggest impact, which show won this week, who had the better show, NXT had the better show. They had the better show. AEW has better, just highlight. It's a highlight show. NXT better show, AEW better highlights. That's what it's come down to. That's all it's about. AEW is all about highlights, quick 5-star matches, and that's it. They're not about anything else. If it's not about either one of those two things, they are not going to have a good show. They have to bank on that. They have to bank on that, for that matter. But we're going to keep up on the next following weeks and see where it's going to go from here. How will it move forward? How will it continue? And will AEW even improve their show one bit? Well, they have no stories, and I said it before. They start a match. They have a 5-star match. They go for an hour. They have a false count anywhere. Anything goes. Blood and guts, steel cage, don't matter. One-off match, and then it's over. It's done. Finito. There's no story behind it, and that's why I can't stand about AEW. Every single week, they do that. They do not change that whole blueprint, and they need to change that blueprint in order to get a better quality show. Every week I see this nonsense from this organization. And then I showed your main event. Bryan Danielson was great, but Jeff Jarrett, come on, really? Jeff Jarrett is in your main event of the show? Why, of all people? Hold on, can you guys still hear me? It's still echo? Put a 1 in chat if you think it's still echo. Put 1 in chat if you think it's still echo. If you can hear me, if it's 2, no. Yeah. But I just don't see it with okay, figure 4. All right, F4 TV. But yeah, I don't get it with AEW. You had when I saw the advertisement, seriously, when I saw the advertisement for this show, who really in their right mind wants to see Jeff Jarrett in a 57-year-old never was Jeff Jarrett in the main event? Who wants to see that? Who want to see that? I don't want to see that. AEW, I don't know what y'all doing, but this is terrible. It's not even a politician move. It's not smart. This right here puts you at the list again. I mean, tell me when I'm telling lies about that. It's trash.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I was not happy about seeing a main event like that. Now, I know they announced it last week, but like I said, AEW is all about cheap pop. They're all about better highlights. That's all they care about. They don't care about no other quality. And they're literally writing their whole show each and every week off this. This all you guys have is All In. That's all you guys have. That's all you guys have to your name. All In, all in, all in. That's all y'all have. And it's terrible. It's trash. It's tacky. There's no other way to explain it. That's all they have to offer. They have nothing else. What other good shows do they have to offer? I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I mean, AEW needs to learn how to put out quality and stop worrying about quantity so much. That's all you guys got to your name. You don't have anything else. You don't have nothing. And it's sad that you've been a company 5 years and you still don't get it. You still don't get it. I don't know what can they do right over there. I don't know what they're going to do with that company. They should be doing much, much better than that. Much better. And they're not going to do much better. You would think they are, but they're not. I mean, too much credit. Too much credit. And I'm being nice when I'm saying this. You lucky I'm giving you this much credit, AEW. I mean, besides AEW, besides All In, that's one show you have to your name. That's going to be Wembley Stadium for the second year in a row. You have that. All right, we'll give you that. You have that show. I mean, it comes down to what do you offer? Do you offer quality? I mean, I've been hearing about All In since last August, almost a year, since the last All In. That's all they ever talked about. It got so bad you had to air, remember, the CM Punk and Jack Perry footage for a guy that didn't want to be in your company no more and is doing very well in WWE when the company he went back to, where he originally came from when he came before AEW. The last wrestling company he was with before AEW. But other than that, that's all you guys All In. And when it comes to what do you offer, I'll give you, I guess, All Out. All Out is the first week of September. And I believe that's the week after NXT No Mercy. I think they're going the same weekend as NXT No Mercy. That's all you got. You got the All Out, All In. That's all the ones you can talk about. And I'm talking about current ones. But when it comes to WWE, look what they offer. Bam. They got all that to offer. You got Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. You got all that. And that's main roster. I know it's not NXT. They always got something to offer over there. You guys don't have that, unfortunately, because you stink. Let's be honest. But you guys got to offer more. And stop having a pay-per-view every month, AEW. Go back to doing every quarterly like you used to. Because this is not working for you guys. You know it's not working for you. But I know why you do a pay-per-view every month, because you have to do it for revenue, buy and the buy rates. That's what WCW did, the old blueprint. You saw where that company, what rabbit hole went down and never got out of it. But AEW, at the end of the day, we know exactly, and I mean exactly, what you're trying to do. We know.
I didn't know that. You know what you did. I know what you're talking about. I was fair and square. You know what you're a legend, man.
This is terrible. It's reaching. It's reaching on all levels with this company. They can't get nothing right. And I just don't like how they're going the wrong way about this here. Now, my question, will AEW be around for the next 5 years? They've been around 5 years now. Can we see AEW in the next 5 years? Now, they debuted in 2019? They debuted in 2019. Okay, I get it. Right before pandemic. 5 years. They just hit five years in 2024. But can they make it where we see AEW in 2029? Can they survive that much longer the way they keep running that program? Will we see AEW in another 5 years? Put a 1 in the chat if you think you see AEW surviving in the next 10 years. Put a 2 if you don't think it's going to survive. Because I personally don't think they're going to make it the way they're booking their shows every week with Dynamite. We're not going to get to Collision and Rampage. That's a whole nother story. And then, of course, the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views are good, but there's no story behind it. It's just a very good, quick match. This is terrible. They're not going to survive if they keep using this blueprint. I can promise you that. Especially writing off one show a year. It's not going to work. And I wish AEW would see that. Then it's not gonna work well for them at all. Not at all. Samoan Productions. Hey, salute to you. Welcome to the ring. But yeah, they're not going to make it. AEW is going to bomb. They're going to bomb. They're not going to survive any much longer. And if you think they're going to survive, more power to you. I don't see that happening with this company. They got 2 shows to offer. Now, you got the All In, you got All Out. We don't get the main roster, but we will say this. We see 2 more events offering. We do see 2 more. We got the NXT No Mercy, Halloween Havoc. That's always put out good shows, great content as far as wrestling matches, story. The content when it comes to that is great. The fans love NXT, and it's getting better and better. And I think it's going to get much better. Now they moved to a major network. They're going to another network called CW. Remember, CW was the old SmackDown home years ago. But now they're moving here. This is definitely doing something great. NXT has way more to offer AEW. AEW going down. Yeah, no doubt about it. And you get one of these for that. Just for saying that, you get a yeet. Yeah, AEW they don't have nothing to offer. 1 show a year. That's it. Maybe All Out. And All Out don't be All Out. All Out really hasn't been relevant since the whole CM Punk, media scrum. The big backstage fight with CM Punk was eating bakery. The same one where he fought the Young Bucks and all that. This company's not going to make it, man. They're done. See, Samoan Production, he even knows. Samoan Production said they have the worst booking. Worst booking possible. Now, Samoan Productions, the question I just asked. You say AEW, I said AEW, they've been 5 years in 2024, debuted in 19. Do you see them lasting in 2029? Or you don't even see them making it that long? Will they make 10 years in this company? I don't think it's going to happen. I asked everybody else that. I don't think they're going to make it 5 years from now. I really don't think they are. They don't have what it takes. They're just terrible company. And they started off very good too, and they just went down. It just went down since Hill. Simone Production said, no way they lasted. No, I don't see it. And you're not going to have same stars. Swerve ain't going to be doing this. Is the hottest he's ever been. I don't see that. Bryan Danielson's retiring. A lot of other wrestlers are retiring. All you got is MJF, Orange Cassidy. And I like MJF. He's a great promo cutter, but he's overrated in the ring. He's not that great in the ring. There you go. That's another reason. You said right there, Simone Productions. They only have 200 fans in the crowd. And I saw Collision last week. That crowd looks so empty. They tried their best to put fillers in there, and it just wasn't working. It just was not working. And they put themselves once again on the list.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, they definitely don't have nobody going there. Losing Punk was the downfall for them and sure lost a lot of fans. And I would say, remember, Cody Rhodes was a big L too. Punk, of course, is a moneymaker. We know that. But Cody Rhodes was another big loss who is currently the WWE champion. He helped start this company, and he was involved with a lot of booking. You said they lied about the last All In Tennis. I heard about that. They said it was 80. Wasn't it really like 72, 73,000? Yep, DJ said true. Yeah, they're terrible. AEW does not have it. They don't have it. They just run around with this whole bunch of misfits running around. And I don't see this company lasting longer. Now, if it ain't going to last to 2029, which I don't think it is, I'll give them another 3 years. So do not be surprised. Now, I know the rumor's been floating around. It's Shane McMahon, me with Tony Khan, and possibly Shane McMahon has been sent by Vince to buy AEW. What if that's a theory? Maybe that is the case. Maybe AEW goes bankrupt if they don't keep it up. Yeah, I can see them getting bought out. Don't be surprised if that's the case. It's going to go down with them. I just don't like how they handle this booking. Some 78,000. Okay, I thought it was less than that. I knew it wasn't 80. I know who's lying for AEW. His name is Dave Meltzer. That's who probably lied. They probably paid him off to lie and make him a false attendance record. Or maybe AEW just did on their own. Who knows? They have so many titles and never make them to defend them. Oh my goodness, we don't get to the titles. You got an AEW World Title. You got the AEW Women's World Title. You got Continental Championship, TBS Championship. You got the TBS Championship. You got a Trios Championship, Tag Team Championship. They used the ROH Tag Team Championship, ROH Trios Championship. Then you have this some other stupid title they have over there. They are making mid-carders look better than Swerve. They kind of are. I wish I could say they weren't, but they really are making them look better than him. Swerve's looking like a whole joke out here. I know he's trying to everything he can on his end, but he is not looking strong. How do I know? Look at the Blood and Guts, for example. If you guys saw Blood and Guts, I think last week or the week before, look how they made Swerve look. Swerve was supposed to lead Team AEW against Team Elite, and they wasn't even listening to him. They're like, we're not listening to you, bro. They was listening to Mark Briscoe, who was the ROH World Champion over him. So, Simone Production, you are right on the money with that. You're on the money with that. Yes. I mean, seriously, it was not good. Wasn't good at all. And that's truth what you're saying. Tell me when I'm telling lies. They did look weak.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Yeah, this was terrible, the way they was doing Swerve. Swerve is not being looked as a probable world champion. Swerve is looked at as an afterthought. And you could tell that they just gave him that title to shut his mouth. They gave him that title as a placeholder. The eventual title person get the title is probably MJF. Maybe Will Ospreay, maybe MJF, maybe whoever. But he ain't gonna hold that title much longer. I don't see that the case with Swerve Strickland. Unfortunately, you're the weakest champion in all wrestling right now. Every other champion, regardless of race, looks stronger than you. Cody Rhodes stronger. Even Damian Priest looked stronger than you when he was champion. But Gunther stronger. You look nothing. ROH is pretty much done too. It's been taken over by AEW. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, they probably lose Brian Danielson. Yeah, Brian Danielson, he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything over there. He's not doing anything over there at all. He's not doing anything. Nobody cares about Swerve Strickland. Yeah, you can tell by the booking they don't. Nathan Carey, you can tell. Salute to you. And that's the sad part. He's the only African American, and they don't even treat like it. They're like, he pretty much just another dude who won the title. I think Samoa Joe got more respect than that, and they didn't care for him when he won the title. It's sad how they doing the whole booking. It's terrible. It don't make any sense at all. Nathan Carey said AEW. It was so funny. Yes, he's right, dude. AEW is trash, man. It's trash. It's trash. Who told him it was open mic night? Seriously.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
It's terrible. There's nothing good coming out of AEW. They're not doing anything right. They're not doing anything right. It's terrible. And this event here, All Out's gonna be sucked too. And then they got the nerve to charge $49.99 for a pay-per-view. They got the nerve to charge all that money and your product's trash. Come on, man. If that ain't a politician move, I don't know what is.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
terrible. Like I said, I don't see this lasting another 5 years. Simone does say we need to get that Roman Reigns promo where he said just leave, get out of here forever. Oh man, I know exactly what promo you're talking about. That's what he got on Cody saying you left, you started, all you do, you told what he told Cody, all you do is run away. He said you went over to start a new promotion that you couldn't even get over in. I think that's what you're talking about. Nathan Carey said WCW in 1991 was better than AEW. And that's before Nitro. That's before the NWO. That's even before Hulk Hogan. And you know what, Nathan Carey? I'm thinking back to 1991. Ric Flair, you had Sting. I think Dusty Rhodes was there. I gotta give you a yeet for that. I think you may be on to something. That's the yeet right there.
yeet.
Yeet. I remember watching WCW when I was a little kid, and I do remember being entertained on Saturday nights. I do remember seeing the end of Four Horsemen. I saw Arn Anderson. I saw Alex Ray. I saw, Rick Rude, I think, was over there. I saw, like I said, Surfer Sting, not Crow Sting, Surfer Sting, Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair just left to go. No, I think he was about to leave to go to WWE. But I do remember being better than this crap. I do remember that. It's trash. Brian Pillman. They need to go bankrupt unless Tony Khan bets is there for money. Or let Vince ashamed by us. Somebody. Man, you're a real one. I just subscribe. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. IWGP is better than AEW. Man, it's so bad. Someone production. I heard MLW. Is it for what I heard last week? I was on Figure 4 TV, his show. Check his channel out. He talks about current wrestling and Go Nate wrestling. A guy on there said that he watched MLW, which is Major League Wrestling, where Jacob Fatu came from. They said that's even better than AEW. And I haven't watched MLW. One thing I have watched besides AEW, TNA, and I have watched OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. Everybody in the Nights was a good worker. Yeah, even Disco Inferno was good. Disco Inferno. I like Disco Inferno. He don't get no credit. If you guys remember that, he was a 90s wrestler. I swear Ricochet's going to rule his career if he go. I really hope he don't. If he does that, it's over for him. He's done. He's done. I hope he don't do that. I really hope not. WWE is not much better. I disagree with that comment. WWE is on they on a hot streak. Why don't you like Nathan? What don't you like about WWE? What you don't like the characters? You don't like the matches? You don't like the booking? But you don't, or you just don't like how Triple H does the booking. Everybody got their own opinion. TNA is better. I haven't watched TNA in the past maybe a couple months. I've watched Ohio Valley Wrestling. That's pretty solid. But yeah, this company here is not going to last. AEW is done. Stick a fork in it. Stick a fork in it, really. They need to stick a fork in the show. Samantha Irvin is going to find a new man that doesn't work at AEW. I can't argue with that. I've been thinking the same thing. Only got one word to describe that.
Yeet.
I think so too. If he goes over there, you don't like the booking, the storylines. Okay. Man, Nathan Carey, you didn't. I'm just give you an example. You didn't like the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre story at SummerSlam? It's pretty dope, man. If you didn't, you missing out, bro. Nathan Carey was good. Nathan Carey, that storyline was good. The CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, that was a very good storyline. I think it's one, if not the best storyline at WWE. Or do you don't like the Judgment Day, the whole, Liv Morgan joined Judgment Day, her and Dom? These are hot storylines right now. I think so. They did a promo with Ospreay. He got booed for what he said. Yeah, I gotta admit, I gotta be honest here. I've been watching Will Ospreay. I watched him a little bit in Japan. I watched him in TNA. Remember, he was at TNA events. He did No Surrender. He did a couple pay-per-views. I gotta admit, guys, I'm not a big fan of Will Ospreay. I think he's very overrated. He botches. I don't care for him. It was good. Okay. Creed versus Wyatt 6. Yeah, that's another one. Nathan Carey said, I hate Dom trying to be Eddie. Yeah, his swag is like Eddie. With the mustache. Always doing the Three Amigos. Special story with Liv. Well, I think they're doing that, Nathan. So he won't live in the shadow of his own dad, Rey Mysterio. So I think they'd rather have him shift over, be a heel, and then go over the Eddie Guerrero route. Bret Hart 1997 versus Kurt Angle 06. That's Steven Hope Sanchez Galvez. Yeah, I heard Bret Hart say that he wished he had wrestled Kurt Angle. I would like to see that though. Definitely a dream match. The Elite taking over AEW is also trash. Don't even get me started on the Elite. The Elite period is trash. Jack Perry, trash. This Okada fool, he another dude from New Japan I don't care for. He trash, and then you got the Young Sucks. Not the Young Bucks, the Young Sucks, because they suck. Kenny Omega is ruining his career dealing with it. Kenny Omega's actually out right now. He has diverticulitis. I can't pronounce it right. The intestinal disease. Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was. Yeah, he do be complaining. I'm not even gonna lie. Jack Perry should have been fired too. Yeah, he should have been because he's part of the Elite. He gets to stay. But that's a politician move by AEW.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
the Young Stucks is not the greatest tag team of all time. Absolutely not. They're not. I remember Shawn Michaels even said he didn't like them. All they do is super kick. Now, don't get me wrong, I know the Usos do it, but the Usos don't do it the whole match. These guys literally super kick the whole match. And I saw that at the Blood and Guts a couple weeks ago. These guys are trash. I don't like the Elite. I don't like Okada. I don't like Will Ospreay. The only very few people I do like AEW, I like Swerve until he became champion. I like Brian Danielson. Even John Moxley got stale. Not big on him anymore. They don't really have anybody. All I like, honestly, is the Bryan Danielson, Orange Cassidy, MJF promo wise. That's it. Um, Willow Nightingale. I think she's solid in the ring. I really don't like that many people over there. They people are trash. Yeah, they just super kick. Oh, I don't like him either. I like Darby Allin, but after watching his matches, he is nothing but a stunt man. He's a glorified stunt man, jackass style, if you will. All he do is jump off everything. He does that casket move where he with his back, and you're right. They is gonna end up tearing him up. The moves he keep doing, so he needs to stop that. But yeah, AEW just gets on my nerves, man. What they need to do, get AEW out of there, and they need to merge TNA with somebody or bring them to WWE as a part of WWE. Get AEW out the door. Even the partnership, they said they like the WWE partnership with TNA better than the partnership they have with AEW. That's how garbage it is. Yeah, he puts life on line every night, but he a fool. Remember, he's got hit by a bus. Gunther as champion is great. Can't Damian Priest? Oh yeah, Damian Priest. He's a botch champion. How are you gonna be world champion, Damian Priest, and you botch almost every championship match? How is that even possible? Gunther's away. I'm glad Gunther won. I didn't expect him to win this early. I thought he was gonna win early next year. I'm glad. Make TNA a bigger promotion. Start worrying about AEW. Yeah, please. Anything to get AEW out the door. Now, I have to watch the show, unfortunately, to compare the viewership each week, but it's definitely not the best wrestling program on TV by any means. Vince and Shane will buy TNA or AEW will buy. Yeah, I can see that happen. Or he'll use Shane to do it. But yeah, I'm not big on this whole AEW thing. I'm not sold on that, and especially this guy's a champion. I'm not sold on Swerve's champ. He's not a good champion. You can't tell me anything Swerve has done significant since winning the AEW World Title at AEW Dynasty, where he defeated Samoa Joe. Name me one thing he's done like, oh man, Swerve did this as champ. He did that as champ. He dope. You're not gonna hear that. Not from here. You're not. Not. They're treating him like he is a mid card. Like I think Samoa said it earlier. He is treated like a mid card. He's treated like an afterthought. All Out was only probably because you're right. The media scrum I mentioned earlier, 2 years ago. He should be bigger as the first, definitely bigger. Remember Nathan Carey. You say you remember WCW. Now, do you remember when Ron Simmons won the WCW World Title? I don't remember that particular moment because I was young. I think that was bigger than Swerve winning this title right now. They treated him with more respect than this. I know they didn't do him the best way back then. I believe that Ron Simmons, when he won the title from Vader, he had more respect from AEW back then. Granted, it was 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, than Swerve does 30 years later today in AEW. I'm just saying, he had more respect. TNA could be built to these promotion. Definitely. Just don't do no partnerships with AEW no more. All he done is this. That's all. Yeah, he hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done anything. At Double or Nothing, he wasn't even the main event. How are you the world champion? Yeah, this is Swerve. I don't like to. I like Swerve, but I do not like him as world champion. I haven't liked anything he does world champion. I can't believe I'm saying this, but actually I do believe it. They need to get the belt off him. Now, whether it's Bryan Danielson, he retiring, more likely it'll be Bryan. He's retiring. Either Bryan needs to retire him, put it back on MJF. Maybe Will just lost a match against him. Maybe Will gets it because he ain't got the belt no more. Somebody other than Swerve right now. Swerve is not it. He's not it. You said it was a lot bigger. I know. I remember that. Yeah, that was a big deal. It was a bigger deal back then because we didn't see it too much. He was a mid-carder. They did Stadium Stampede. That's the main event. Very sad. Nathan Perry said Simmons was a transitional champion. This Chance Strickland. Yeah, okay, so they about the same. But a little more recognition. So I said, sad though. This company gotta go. It has to go. And it has to go now. Now. It's sad. Get rid. Oh yeah, that stupid belt Jericho's holding. Yeah, that definitely gotta go. Yeah, Jericho. I like Jericho. I don't like him now. His character, the learning tree, crap, trash. Get rid of that whole thing. But yeah, I don't know what else this company's gonna do. But they need to figure out something quick. Because they do, other companies gonna creep up behind it, and it's gonna be a wrap. I'm not too big on this whole thing right now, what this meant and what this organization is doing. I don't like it, not at all, not one bit, not even close. But that's all I have with which Pro Wrestling Show won this time. And now AEW did win this time. But NXT, of course, has a better quality show. And I'll be here next week to compare next week's NXT versus next week's AEW Dynamite. So we'll compare the shows, guys. They should let Dustin Rhodes AEW. Yeah, just bring him back to WWE, put him in the Hall of Fame, call it a day. Because, you know, he's the coach over the women's division. And you see how the women's division ran today. I rest my case. But I appreciate you guys coming out. We go, like I said, cover it next week. And then the tournament, we have the final championship round. I'm going to do a stream on that as well. And then I'll go over the whole tournament. But yeah, definitely, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Definitely. NXT's better than AEW, no doubt about it. AEW should sign AJ Styles. No, they should not. I don't want to see AJ ruin his career over there. See, but other than that, though, guys, I appreciate you all coming out. Soon to videos will pop up for Red Carpet Rave Russell content. Click the links below. Click the videos below. And of course, you guys already know what it is. You already know for what it is. Salute to all you guys. Thank you, Simone Production, being a subscriber. Appreciate it. But you guys already know what it is. Till then, it is O-U and T.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired. But this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.